What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? TGIF. Let's take a look at the markets today. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Not going to spend too much time on Bitcoin because right now I'm just going to show you what I see. Basically, my only question is, where are we going to consolidate? So we're going to take a look at that maybe really quickly because I've been going over Bitcoin these last couple of videos, and there's really not much more to say currently about that. But the altcoins that are, right, we're going to take a look at a few charts, okay, including Sinverse, Trias, Landshare, Relio, Naka, Veracity, Soon, and Compete. We're going to take a look at those charts because all those charts are of interest to us. And so without further ado, let's do this. Should also say, number came out, PPI. It was higher than expected, and so maybe we do see some type of red day. All other news, as far as what we should know, ETFs. They keep buying ETFs, guys. They keep buying ETFs. Yes, there is a court case recently that was ruled in favor of Genesis. Genesis, one of them, asking the judge, they wanted to sell like over 1 billion worth of GBT Grayscale shares, okay, essentially, which will lead to the selling of Bitcoin. I think there might be evidence that has already started because the judge did approve that, so that they can get that going. So maybe because Grayscale, like I believe yesterday, the day before, these things, the information that they provide usually lags, but Grayscale the day before increased their selling, but it's still net positive. Okay, it's been net positive. The ETF numbers are awesome. I follow them all the time. Okay, I check them out, and I provide information on that on some of my Telegram group. Unfortunately, that's in Spanish, but yeah. Things are looking good in that part, guys. Okay, so what I think we could possibly be doing, back to the chart, because of all that information, how I see it is, right now we're in a zone at 51,818, where we could, and I would like to honestly see a little pullback, a retest of 50,000, 49,000. Make sure that this area is legit. If it is, then from there I think we bounce and try to reach 58. Or my other guess would be that we kind of, it's the weekend now, right? Saturday and Sunday, so that doesn't count. But from next week, I think maybe we kind of grind up a little bit more. All right, things are still looking pretty bullish. Next week there could be some more sales by GBTC, which might add some downward pressure. But I think overall the upward pressure provided by these ETFs and other entities buying and positioning themselves as we get closer and closer to the Bitcoin halving, I think that's going to cause upward pressure. And check this out. Check this number out really quick, guys. All right, these are other pieces of news. Supply and demand mismatch. This is by Matt Haugen, the CIO of Bitwise Invest, co-founder of. So he's a serious dude. All right, Matt Haugen. Follow him. Bitcoin bot this is trailing 1 week because just the way the reporting is just crazy. Should be a lot more concise, but and up to date, considering they're dealing in Bitcoin. But anyways, the irony of things, the trailing 1 week, so the information we get is delayed. Bitcoin bought by ETFs net. All right, so net 49,877. New Bitcoin produced 6,107. And keep in mind, this new Bitcoin produced, it's going to be cut in half, right? April something, the middle of April. Okay, very, 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 very soon, right here, right? April 18th, 14th, 16th, whatever. All right, so that's going to, people know this. Okay, so some of them are probably going to be front running, positioning themselves. Again, all the ETF sales that we just, look at that. All right, buying up demand. Okay, so these guys, what do they, how come the price hasn't gone up like crazy? Because they buy over the counter. Okay, so that because they buy so much over the counter to not really affect too much the retail markets. However, according to Bitcoin Munger, OTC desks are getting drained of their coins, right? And it shows a chart right here. OTC desk holdings are these things and the price of Bitcoin, okay? So eventually they're gonna have to buy from somewhere if the demand keeps coming, and the demand can ebb and flow, okay? So keep that in mind too. There are a lot of moving parts. There are a lot of moving parts to it. And so you got to keep all that in mind and process it and come to your own conclusions, right? My conclusions are, based on all of that stuff, is that we still have a little bit more upside to go. Eventually we will get one of these, right? That's really what I want to know, is when that will happen. When will sideways consolidation take place? Will it happen now, retest, or will we continuously keep grinding up and the consolidation will happen maybe after a reject of 58 and hang out around here for a little while before trying again, or getting rejected and kind of coming back down? All right, that's all pure speculation, which is all we can really do, but we should try to get an idea of what the things could be. Right now my bias is towards the upside, so I'm not really thinking too much of a drop based on the information that I just shared and that I see. All right, so that's Bitcoin. And I did mention that a PPI number, which is came in hotter than expected, but I think that kind of it was positive for the dollar, but given those back, well, that's good. That's good. Things are just looking pretty bullish, although the Dow's having a red day, Nasdaq is having a very red day, S&P 500. Yeah. Producers price data. Okay. PPI. Yeah, it came in hotter than expected, guys, and so that affects when basically the Fed is gonna make their decision on making cuts, right? But I think the market is okay, taking it all in stride for now. Let's see. On the day, Bitcoin is currently red, but I mean it's been green for the most part in the morning. All right, cool. So let's see. First one I want to show you guys is Synverse. I made a video recently about Synverse, and it was here and now it's here. Pretty cool, right? It's over a penny. It violently went up above over a penny, and I made the video on Synverse because they were coming out with like Syn 2.0, which just made everything better for the game, basically, right? I should retweet it. Syn 2.0 is live. And so that's part of the reason why maybe this happened. Maybe people played. It's pure speculation. And they're like, oh crap, this is legit. Okay, how many games out there have actual games that are actually working? All right, these guys are actually just building on that and building on that, plus the concept, plus everything. I've said it a million times, but now the chart for now is matching. Although we are seeing a big pullback, big rejection from this area. We didn't touch it, but 0.013. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we get to keep it. Hopefully we continue to keep moving up. Once we hit this area and break out of here, and we show a serious break at 2 cents, I see some resistance, and then after that, guys, I just see it kind of moving up 11 cents based on this pattern. Right, what does that look like? Head and shoulders to me, inverse head and shoulders. All right, so I mean, hey man, I don't know. I can drink a horse to, or you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Take a look, guys. This is a project that I think has 100x potential written all over it. Not many people are showing it love. More people really should. Let's, out of curiosity, let's see if people are really talking about it. Let's see. Or are we still early? Latest, okay, Sin. Alright. Today, 21 minutes. Oh, he just put it in his what's called 26 minutes Sin. No, but this is the Sin Dow, it's not the same one. They are on lists, at least. They're not talking exactly about Synverse. 41 minutes. That's something else. The Sin Dow. Okay, 42 minutes ago. All right, so in comparison, for example, to like other gaming projects, which we're gonna take a look at soon too. Not a whole lot is being talked about right now, but that should change. That will change because the game is actually looks really good. The game looks and they've improved it. Hell yeah, that's just a shot. But I mean, yeah, in the group, a couple people were mentioning that the game was actually improved, gotten better. So take it for what that's worth. I really like to see this. This is nice. And so we'll see. A nice big green candle. Nice big green candle. So I wanted to really bring that to your attention. Now from a mover, let's take a look at some late bloomers. Two of them, Triaz and Landshare. So far haven't really moved too much. Triaz is just still right here, which is fine. Eventually it will move, guys. This is something that we have to know when we're watching our portfolios, okay? Get an idea of the characteristics of the movements of your particular project, okay? Is it when the markets are moving up, right? And upward moving markets, does it perform faster? Does it normally go up before the other ones and then later, it consolidates when we're in the consolidation period? Or does it happen during that period towards the end? A few other your holdings go up first and then this one goes up last. Also note, if it doesn't go up at all, then you should really be assessing things. But if it's a good project and you believe in it and you put money in it and you have high conviction, then eventually it should do what you believe, right? If you pick the right token. This is, for example, one where I'm not even worried about this. This is actually a great buying opportunity for someone that hasn't gotten any exposure to this project right now, because eventually this thing is going to pump with the rest of the markets and more. Landshare, another laggard. Although look at this. We've seen that before. Just these wicks. Let's see. Are we turning over like this? Boom, coming up. Be interesting to see. Laggard so far, eventually will be. Here's two examples of identical charts. One is Rio. Do this. All right, Rio triangle right here, and the other is Naka triangle right here. Both of them broke out just like that. Rio is on its way to $1. Right now we're having a red day, but I still don't see. There's still more upside. I think we're trying to reach to $1. And Naka is trying to break $2 and just reach this high again. I think continue to move up again, and strong like it has been. So, but interesting that the two charts are just almost basically identical. All right, and both moving in the right direction. All these things we should be taking note of, guys. All these things. And now let's take three very nice charts. Veracity. All right, this is an example of strength, right? Boom. This is what we like to see, right? So far, one rejection from here, but let's see. Let's see it. I don't think this is done either. All right. Veracity is looking strong, finally. See, patience pays off. This is a game of patience. If you believe that you did the right thing, you should be okay. The next one, you should be rewarded. You will be rewarded from your patience. Next one, this one I've been talking about like crazy to you guys. That I've been buying when I was buying, and just bringing it to your attention. I made a video about it recently, and finally it woke up a little bit. Although again, we see some rejection at this area. We didn't even touch it, but we do see rejection there, so that should be noted. And I bring them to your attention because you should make a note and be like, okay, the next, if after reviewing it and you like it, then you should be like, okay, the next sideways consolidation, I'm gonna start TCAing into this project. Okay, obviously you don't want to buy on green days. When it's pulling back like this, yeah, maybe, okay, but I mean these are personal decisions. And you should add your own style to it. So Soonverse is looking pretty good, like it wants to wake up. Once we get out of here, guys, I don't see too much overhead resistance. At all. Okay, so this thing has a lot of things going for it, and this chart looks pretty cool, looks pretty bullish. I mean, what if it's just a cup and handle? Right? What would that mean? Let's see. Speculating. I like to speculate. What do you want from me? Could possibly mean 31 cents. 30. It's at a penny right now. That's some cool little 30 something X or close to 30X. if that is in fact what this is. So good to know. Soonverse, guys, Soonverse. Still low cap, and for example, this one is such a low cap that even when it's pumping, is it really pumping at like $1 million something market cap or 2 million market cap, whatever it is right now? If you think it's gonna go up like this, you know, so these are things you got to weigh as well. Okay, this isn't an exact science. This is an art as well. Okay, you got to add your own spin, artistry, and way of thinking to it. And the final chart I want to bring to your attention, and there are just so many. I'd like to go through all of them because you know, there's some merit in, like, for example, like Tectum, which looks like it's just rolling up, and it looks like it's one inch, just boom, get out of here, coiling up. How coiled it is. It's cool. There are just so many that I want to share, but I'm going to keep it to the ones that I just definitely wanted to bring to your attention. And the other one, the last one, compete. From here, big up right there. Can it come back down? Yes, and it's shown that it has before. So I mean, I'd wait for a pullback. Is the pullback here happen here, or is it here and gonna happen here? I don't know. Who knows for now? But you keep an eye on it. You keep watching it. All right. You have to be an active investor. All right. Active in the sense not that you're making trades all the time, but that you know what's going on with your investments. All right. That you know what's going on with your portfolio. Not necessarily. You could. It'd be better if you know to the penny what you know, how much you gained, lost, all that stuff. Yes. But I like to just kind of visualize and see the charts, see where my projects are, and I do like to compare, you know, where they are relative to how much I invested in, of course. But the charts are a pretty easy way to just kind of see things a lot quicker if you understand it. If you start understanding them, and it's nothing really difficult to understand, guys. It takes a little while, and it just takes your time, your effort. Okay, so if you don't have the time and effort, then maybe rethink things, because to have success in this, you really do have to give it time. You really do have to focus in and pay attention, be active. Like I said, you don't have to trade every day, but you have to know what's going on. You have to know what Bitcoin's doing. You have to know how to be able to chart and kind of get an idea and guess, make educated guesses on the direction, you know, on whether this area is a good buy price or not, you know, all of those things. Like I said, it's a science and an art. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are buying good projects. That's the big thing. And then just trying to dial in on when you enter, and then later dial in on when to exit. All right, cool. So Synverse looking good. Bitcoin looking good. Eventually we're going to go sideways, but maybe just not right now. All right, guys, have yourself a great weekend. Time will tell anyways. Time will tell, right? If I'm right or wrong. Either way, I'm just accumulating, and it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong right now for the, you know, overall, because I'm holding until the bull run, right? The height of the bull run is when I will be selling as much, everything as best I can. DCAing out. All right. And with that, I am out. Happy weekend to you guys. Please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Greatly appreciate it if you can. Trying to grow the channel. I'll see you guys Monday. Peace.